President Trump posted to Truth Social announcing a new round of tariff hikes targeting 6 additional countries.
All right, President Trump announcing new tariffs against Mexico and the European Union this morning.
In the last few minutes, President Donald Trump says the U.S. has reached a trade deal with Japan.
Make America great again.
Make America great again. This isn't just a line by Donald Trump. It's how he regained the American presidency for the second time. But 6 months into his second term, America first is slowly starting to sound like Asia last. The Indo-Pacific is in the crosshairs of America's combative foreign policy. Almost all nations are feeling the impact of tariffs, even Trump allies. So what is Trump planning, and where does India stand in all of this? Let's decode it. The tariff tsunami. Let's start with Trump's tariff announcements that sent a shockwave throughout Southeast Asia. In a letter released by Trump declaring the tariffs he will impose from August 1st, many Asian countries were on his hit list, including the war-torn Myanmar. Let me show you exactly what Trump has unleashed across Asia. These aren't just numbers, they're geopolitical weapons. Here's the thing, this isn't random economic warfare. Trump is using tariffs as a geopolitical sorting mechanism. Countries that toe the line get deals. Those that don't get punished. It's diplomacy by economic coercion. Analysts suggest that the US has imposed tariffs on all these Asian countries in an effort to target China indirectly. This is part of Trump's ongoing trade and strategic rivalry with the Chinese, who are by far the largest trading partner of several Asian nations like Japan, South Korea, Malaysia, Myanmar, and Indonesia. China also continues to be the biggest source of imports for Cambodia and Thailand. The selective deals. But here's where it gets interesting. Trump isn't treating all Asian nations equally. Some get deals, others get hammered. The trade deals with Vietnam and Indonesia are proof of this. The deal with Hanoi says that there will be no duty on US imports in Vietnam. But Vietnam will face a 20% tariff on sending goods to the US. And for goods that are transshipped, that is, goods that are not manufactured or assembled in Vietnam, will face 40% tariffs. The transshipping deal is mainly to offset goods that are made in China.
We have a Vietnam deal, and I would say that that deal is being pretty well set. It's pretty well set. Again, that's an opening of their country. They've opened it up. Just so you know, these were closed countries. They were wonderful people, wonderful leaders, very strong, smart leaders. But their countries were closed to us, but our country wasn't closed to them. And so I said, you got to open up your country. So we're going to see.
Trump's Indonesia deal is also on a similar track. He made Prabowo Subianto commit to buying goods such as 50 Boeing jets and several agricultural goods from the US simply to avoid steep tariffs. The outcome? Vietnam could benefit from lower tariffs on electronics and garments. Indonesia, on the other hand, may also get deals on nickel and EV battery components. But these deals come at a cost of aligning more closely with the US strategy in the region, including on China and Taiwan. The question here is, when deals are made under threat of economic punishment, are they really partnerships? The ally paradox. Now, if Trump was only targeting China's friends, you might call it a strategy. But he's not stopping there. He's going after America's allies. Take a closer look at this list. It will show you that tariffs were imposed on Japan and South Korea too. Trump has accused both these countries of unfair trade practices, especially in the automobile and steel sectors.
As an example with Japan, they won't take rice, and yet they desperately need rice. You know that. But they won't take rice. They won't take other products that we have. But think of it, they need rice so badly, but they won't take rice. I figured that was an easy one. Or the cars, as you know, they send out millions. We didn't give them one car in 10 years. They won't take any cars, but they'll sell millions of cars. So we told them, sorry, you can't do that. And we have a great relationship, great reliance, and really a great sort of a partnership in a way. But on trade, they've been very unfair. and those days are gone.
When you impose the same tariffs on Myanmar and Japan, you're not doing foreign policy, you're doing business to get what you want. Trump is doing geopolitics like it's a business deal. He has gone further ahead to also treat another of its allies, Australia, like an economic adversary by threatening it with tariffs. And here's the million-dollar question. What message does this statement send to China?
China's our major trading partner, the destination for more than 1 in 4 of our export dollars comes here. The trade with the United States is important, but it's less than 5%. What Australia is doing is engaging not just with China, but we engage as well with our partners around the world, and we increasingly want to see a diversification of our trade.
In addition to this, the Pentagon has also asked for a review of the Australia-UK-US Pact. This review raises several questions for the allies. It has stirred anxiety among regional governments. While US officials insist that this review at the AUKUS Pact is routine, let's be clear. It's difficult to separate it from Trump's broader skepticism of its alliances. Connecting the dots. This pattern isn't new. In Trump's first term, he withdrew the United States from the Trans-Pacific Partnership, exited the Paris Climate Agreement, and sidelined ASEAN. Undermining multilateral diplomacy is his thing. So in a region where deterrence depends on long-term commitments, even a hint of retraction invites uncertainty. Reviewing of defense pacts and imposing tariffs on all partners, old or new, friendly or not, is a sign that the Indo-Pacific economic framework has been deprioritized. It shows that Trump's America is prioritizing short-term gains, or rather trade gains, over long-term strategic relationships. Southeast Asian nations are now facing a dilemma, whether to rely on its old ally USA or to move forward without it. And that brings us to the big question: where does this leave India? As for India, so far it's safe from tariffs. It's speeding up its trade talk agreements with the Trump administration to secure a deal that is favorable to both nations. But make no mistake, in the failure to provide Trump what he wants, India too could have the same fate as other Asian nations: tariffs, doubt, and a lack of friendly ties with the USA. But here's India's opportunity. As America alienates its traditional partners, India can position itself differently. India is deepening ties with ASEAN nations which are questioning the US's reliability. India is signing an FTA with the UK. It is strengthening its partnerships with Japan and South Korea, which are facing American economic pressure and internal turmoil at the same time. So America's loss could be India's gain. India can choose to do what it does best: be on good terms with the US and its adversaries. This can be the new Indo-Pacific order, one where New Delhi learns that America first can mean more space for India to leave a mark in Asia.